The French capital has been placed on red alert for high temperatures, prompting the closure of the top of the Eiffel Tower, a ban on polluting traffic, and the implementation of speed restrictions as a searing heat wave grips Europe.
폭염이 유럽을 강타한 가운데 프랑스 수도 파리에서는 폭염 적색경보가 발령됐습니다. 이에 따라 에펠탑 꼭대기층 폐쇄, 대기오염 유발 차량의 운행 금지, 도시 속도 제한 등의 조치가 내려졌습니다. Tell us more.
Yeah, so this heat wave, it's a blistering heat wave. It's sweeping across the Mediterranean, bringing record temperatures, health warnings, and even wildfire alerts all the way from Portugal to Greece. So they're saying that France issued its first red heat alert in 5 years, with temperatures topping 40 degrees Celsius and nearly 1,350 schools closing due to overheated classrooms. In Paris, as we mentioned, parts of the Eiffel Tower were shut down and traffic restrictions were enforced amid high pollution levels. And in other countries, it seems like it's the same situation. At least France is a little higher up. Portugal is more down south, and they're saying that they have been seeing slight relief, but they still face scorching conditions. With Spain hitting a new June record of 46 degrees Celsius.
Right, let me take over just there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're only in the very first days of July right now, so we're not even in the...
it's not in the heat of summer,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So it's going to get hotter, obviously, in the next couple of months or weeks. And France, especially with the Eiffel Tower, they're saying the Eiffel Tower tends to slightly bend when the weather gets hot, and then when it's cold, then it sort of goes back.
It's like the train rails,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
But this time around, because it's so hot, it could bend by about 20 centimeters
Oh, my goodness.
compared to what it normally is. And then hopefully it'll have to be really cold again in the wintertime to go back to its normal form. So that's how hot it is. And people obviously are suffering as well. I don't know about Paris, but I know that a lot of British houses don't have ACs.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the same with Paris.
It's probably the same.
It's very close.
Because they didn't even install them during the Olympics. That was a whole big issue, remember?
Right. Got it. Let's have a look at being placed on red alert.
Yes, so we said that it's the first time in 5 years that they have issued this first red heat alert. So when something is placed on red alert, we're talking about like an organization, or in this case, a city. It could be a hospital as well. And it means that it's been put into a state of heightened readiness due to a perceived imminent danger or a critical situation.
Right.
So it's signaling that something potentially dangerous could either happen or is about to happen or is already happening.
Because the subject is Paris, we don't use issue in this case. If the subject was the government or officials, then we might say they have issued a red alert. But because the subject is Paris, it's a city, we're saying Paris has been placed on a red alert, which is, like a high alert for heat waves in this case. Every country has a different alert system.
Yep.
So we have advisories and warnings. I
Yeah.
guess in France they have these different colors. And what's searing?
Searing. So searing means extremely hot or intense. The searing heat.
굉장히 타는 듯한, 태울 듯한 그런 온도를 얘기하고 있습니다. 아까 be placed on red alert는 최고 경계령이 내려졌다는 의미가 되겠고요. 다시 한번 제가 읽어보겠습니다. The French capital has been placed on red alert for high temperatures, prompting the closure of the top of the Eiffel Tower, a ban on polluting traffic, and the implementation of speed restrictions as a searing heat wave grips Europe. Let's move on to the next headline.
A Norwegian lottery company has apologized to 47,000 disappointed players who were mistakenly informed they had won huge sums in a lottery, with the firm blaming a currency conversion error.
노르웨이의 한 복권 회사가 고객 4만 7천 명에게 거액의 당첨금을 잘못 통지하는 실수를 저질러 이들에게 공식 사과하는 해프닝이 벌어졌습니다. 회사는 이번 실수가 통화 환전 과정에서 빚어진 오류 때문이었다고 해명했습니다. 문법적으로 이제 영어 문장을 봤을 때 조금 의아할 수 있는 거는 disappointed players예요. 그래서 그러면은 이 이 사실을 알기 전부터 이 사람들은 다 실망한 사람들이었나? 그게 아니라 이제 당첨된 게 사실은 오류였습니다를 듣고 나서 실망했기 때문에 disappointed players가 나왔는데요. Tell us more.
Yeah, so they're saying that this error it was caused by a currency conversion glitch from euros to kroner, which is the money that they use in Norway.
Okay.
So it led 47,000 people to believe that they had struck it rich in Friday's Euro jackpot. One player thought that he had won 1.2 million kroner, only to learn that his actual prize was just 125 kroner, or about £9, or I don't know what £9 is in US dollars. But anyway, so they thought that they had won a lot, but it turned out to be a very small amount, and this was due to a conversion glitch. So the company sent an apology through text message 3 days after this incident happened, saying that it's a serious and it's very serious, and they are deeply regrettable. Critics and disappointed players have slammed the lottery operator for the confusion and delayed communication. It wasn't even right after it happened. It was 3 days later. So yeah, it's I don't know that they're losing a lot of customers. I think.
Yeah, exactly. 2억 5천만 원 당첨됐습니다. 라는 문자를 받고 그 다음에 실수였습니다.
And it wasn't right away. It was 3 days later.
그래서 그 사이에 차를 산 사람들도 있고요.
Oh my.
호화로운 여행을 이제 계획했던 사람들도 있고 그랬대요. 근데 이제 왜 이런 실수가 발생했느냐, 그 기계적인 오류였는지, 뭐 계산의 착오였겠죠. 네, 그래서 그런 실수가 있었다고 합니다. Now the people were mistakenly informed.
Yeah, when you are mistakenly informed, it means you are given incorrect or misleading information, or when someone has been informed of something wrongly. So you've gotten the wrong info.
잘못된 정보를 받은 겁니다. I was mistakenly informed. If you say you were informed, that means you were given information. But if you were mistakenly informed, that means you were given wrong information, which is the case of 47,000 people.
That's a lot of people.
I know, my goodness.
Yeah.
Can you just imagine thinking, oh my goodness, I won 2억 won,
Yeah.
and then going, oh, no, it was a mistake.
No, it was just man won. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. 그래요. 뭐 그조차도 안 된 사람들도 있었을 수도 있고 뭐
Yeah.
정확히는 모르겠지만 어쨌든 이 엄청난 액수의 상금이 뭐 지급되거나 그러진 않았습니다. 근데 실망한 사람들은 상당히 많았을 것 같아요.
Many.
Now, why did this happen? The lottery company blamed an error.
Yeah. When you blame something, it's like saying it's your fault.
Yeah,
So you're assigning responsibility for a fault or wrong.
Currency conversion error. 통화 환전 실수, 계산 착오. 그것을 이제 탓으로 돌린 거죠. Blame someone. A-M-E 이라고 하면은 누구의 탓으로 보는 겁니다.
Yep.
Don't blame me. 그러면 나를 탓하지 마. 이렇게 되겠죠? Alright. I'm very sorry for the people who...
This is very sad news because
Yeah,
I mean there might have been people who are they have their hopes up.
Yeah.
And then you hear that you win.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's and then you hear that, oh sorry, it's not going to be that much, or
Right.
sorry you didn't win.
It's very 우퍼.
Yes, your
Right.
hopes come crashing down.
웃기고 슬퍼요.
Yeah.
It's funny but sad. All right. Well, here's the headline again. A Norwegian lottery company has apologized to 47,000 disappointed players who were mistakenly informed they had won huge sums in a lottery, with the firm blaming a currency conversion error. Now let's move on to our final headline.
An Alaskan brown bear at a zoo in the U.S. has received a gleaming new silver-colored canine tooth, reportedly the largest dental crown ever made in a first-of-its-kind procedure that required sedating the massive animal.
미국의 한 동물원에 있는 알래스카 불곰이 수술을 통해 은색 송곳니를 얻었습니다. 이번에 사용된 크라운은 지금까지 제작된 가장 큰 치과용 보철물로 알려졌으며 곰은 마취를 해야 했을 만큼 전례 없는 수술이었던 것으로 전해졌습니다. Alright, Tell us more then.
Yeah, the brown bear, his name is Tundra, and he's flashing a new silver grin after receiving the world's largest dental crown. And he lives at the Lake Superior Zoo in Duluth, Minnesota. When I heard Duluth, I was kind of surprised because that's actually very near the town that I used to live in Atlanta when I went to college. But anyways, the bear is 6 years old, and he had to be sedated for this hour-long procedure, which involved fitting a custom-made titanium alloy crown on a damaged canine tooth. And veterinary dentist Dr. Grace Brown, who performed a previous root canal on the same tooth, led the groundbreaking procedure and plans to publish it in a journal. The crown was crafted by an Idaho-based company using a wax mold of the bear's tooth, and due to Tundra's massive size, standing at 2.4 meters tall on his hind legs, an armed zoo response team was on standby, although the operation went smoothly. Tundra is now back in his enclosure and recovering well, and they say that this story actually comes in contrast to back in 2009 when they tried to do this to a tiger, and the vet was severely bitten because the tiger woke up from sedation.
So back then it was unsuccessful, whereas this time it was very successful. 자, 반면에 이렇게 활용하시면 됩니다. whereas를 이제 활용하실 때는요, 우리는 뭐뭐인 반면에라고 하지만 영어에서는 whereas가 먼저 와요. 그래서 whereas something 이렇게 표현을 하죠. 자, 이렇게 은 색깔을 띠고 있는 그런 크라운, 송건이 수술을 받은 불곰 얘기고요. 굉장히 샤이니합니다. 타이타니움 알로이로 만든 그런 크라운 보철물이라고 하고요. 그러다 보니까 이제 곰이 뭐 미소라도 짓는 그런 신용을 하면은 반짝반짝이는 무언가가 보여요. So it says it has a gleaming smile. This is an expression you actually use, a gleaming smile, right? What does it mean?
When someone flashes you a gleaming smile, it means that it's a very bright smile. So when something is gleaming, it doesn't have to be a smile. It can be anything that reflects light. So it's usually a smooth surface, and it's reflecting light because it's polished or it's very clean.
That's right. 우리가 환한 미소를 a gleaming smile이라고 해요. 그래서 평소에 우리 많이 쓰는 표현인데 이 경우에는 곰이 진짜로 환하게 빛나는 이런 반짝반짝이는 보철물을 가지고 있어서 이중적인 그런 의미를 가지고 있다고 볼 수 있겠습니다. A lot of things in English have these two meanings. You know, we could call it a double entendre. All right, what is a first of its kind thing?
First of its kind. So when something is first of its kind, it's referring to something that is very unique and unprecedented. So it's the first of its kind to exist or be created within a specific category or context. So it's like saying something was groundbreaking or trailblazing or pioneering.
네, 이런 거는 최초다. It's a first of its kind tooth. Or, well, in this case,
a crown.
A crown. First of its kind is used as an adjective here. So you have so many hyphens, but first hyphen of hyphen its hyphen and kind. 이제 통틀어서 최초의. And to be sedated means you're made to fall asleep. 그래서 마취됐다라는 의미로 이제 여기서 쓰는 거죠. 진정제를 이제 주입을 해가지고 잠들게 하는 거니까요. Alright, well, here's the headline again. An Alaskan brown bear at a zoo in the US has received a gleaming new silver-colored canine tooth, reportedly the largest dental crown ever made, in a first-of-its-kind procedure that required sedating the massive animal. Well, that's it for the headlines with Karen Troy.